Guys, so it is officially July 31st, which means BookTube-A-Thon is over. Yes, the whole week of BookTube-A-Thon has ended, and this video is going to be on my experience during BookTube-A-Thon and what I read and what challenges I completed, what challenges I didn't complete. So yeah, let's get into this video. Oh, also I made an Google Sheets doc where I could keep track of the reading challenges, of the Instagram challenges, and how many pages I read each day. So I don't think I'm going to show that in this video, but in my blog post for my July wrap-up, I'm going to put pictures in there of my Excel sheet. So if you want to see it, I'll link down below. That post should be up Wednesday, the August 2nd? Yes. I believe it's August 2nd. So yeah. So that post should be up by this Wednesday. So I'll link that down below if you want to check out the pictures of my Excel, my Google Sheets for what how I organized the week and what I ended up accomplishing during the week of BookTube-A-Thon. Okay, so now let's get into the video. I started off the week with reading Famous in Love by Rebecca Searle. I started this the first day. I started right at midnight, and on Monday, total of the first day of Monday, I read 168 pages. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep looking down because I have my computer on my lap, so I could look at the Google Sheets doc that I have, so I could tell you exactly what I read. So I read 168 pages on Monday. On Monday, on Tuesday I had an interview, so I had to split my time between reading and preparing for my interview. So I didn't read as much as I wanted to, but I think 168 pages is pretty good from midnight to I read like 8 p.m. I don't remember. But yeah, so it took me, I didn't read it the second day, but I read it, but on the third day, on Wednesday, I read 125 pages, and then past midnight, so it was officially Thursday, I read 23 pages and I finished it off. So a little bit of my thoughts on this book. So it's about a girl named Paige, and she has gotten her first movie role, and I wanted to read this book because I saw the TV show on Freeform, and I enjoyed the TV show. I think I gave this 3 stars out of 5, pretty much just because it was kind of like it was an easy read, but I felt like not a lot was happening, and I honestly enjoyed the show more than the book. But okay, I'm gonna go more into detail in my review for Famous in Love, which I'm not gonna do a video because it's on my blog, so that should be up in two weeks. Not this Wednesday, not the next one, but the one after that. Yeah, so I'll put the date of when that blog post should be up for my review for Famous in Love. But pretty much in the end, I'm just like the whole book, just like teenagers. And then because basically there's like a love triangle, and she finally makes a decision in the end, and I'm like, really? Not because of who she chose, but because of her reasoning behind it. And I'm just like, but from the prologue, you know that she says that she made the wrong choice. And after I finished reading the book, I'm like, that is not a reason to choose that person. Like, no. But yeah, I'll get into more details about Famous in Love in my review on my blog. So look out for that. The link to my blog will be in the description box. Oh wait, I forgot to mention, Famous in Love accomplished the reading challenge of reading a book with a person on the cover. So on Tuesday, I actually, hold on, plane. So on Tuesday, I actually started reading Cyrano. Because of reading, I didn't, and preparing for the interview for Tuesday, I didn't sleep much that night. So since Cyrano was my outside book, when I went outside to read it, I was falling asleep. I don't know if it was because of how the weather was that was making me sleepy, or because I didn't sleep that much, or the book was making me sleepy, because I don't know. But in the end, after that day, I decided to switch up my TBR. If you see my TBR video for BookTube-A-Thon, you will see that the books that I actually end up reading, some I actually read, some I had to switch out, because by day 2, I'm like, I need to switch some things up, because I felt like I wasn't going to be able to, or I didn't want to read the books that I had chose. So on day 2, I read only 36 pages of Cyrano, and then that's when I decided, because Cyrano, I felt like it needed my full attention, and reading outside, it didn't give me that. So I decided to not read Cyrano anymore, and I switched up my TBR. So yeah, that was Tuesday. So then on Wednesday, like I said, I read Famous in Love, and I also started reading The Lightning Thief. I started reading The Lightning Thief by Frank Riordan. Or Riordan. How do you say it? I'm not sure. So yeah, I started reading The Lightning Thief, and I read 92 pages. So that put my total for Wednesday for reading Famous Love and The Lightning Thief at 217 pages. Then I continued reading this on Thursday, and I read 114 pages. Then on Friday, I read 12 pages. Saturday, I read 36 pages. And then on Sunday, I read 121 pages, finishing off the book. This I really enjoyed. I had the audiobook, and yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to continue reading it. I really enjoyed, first, I like reading about like Greek gods and all that stuff, and I really enjoyed the fact that it was set in New York, because I live in New York, and like a good portion of the book took place in New York. So when they were talking about certain things, I knew what they were talking about. So it was nice that it was set in New York, and I really enjoyed the characters. It was a really fun book, a really fun, quick, nice read. And I can't wait to continue it and see what happens next after what happened in the end. Then the next book that I read, The Lightning Thief took care of the challenge, the reading challenge of, reading a hyped book. Then the next book I read, this was not on my BookTube-A-Thon TBR video, because I decided to read this. Hold on, there's another plane coming. Story of my life. This book was actually not on my BookTube-A-Thon TBR video. I decided to read it, to switch it out for another book on Tuesday when I redid my TBR. So on Thursday, I started reading, A Short History of the Girl Next Door by Jared Reck. I think that's his name. This is a debut author. This is an arc that I got at BookCon. This comes out September 26, 2017. So my full review will be up on my blog closer to the release date. So be on the lookout for that when it gets closer. Probably be up like the week before the release date. The Wednesday before the release date, if that makes sense. So yeah, this I started reading Thursday. I only read 8 pages on Thursday. I didn't read any of it on Friday. Then on Saturday, I read 62 pages. Then on Sunday, past midnight, that's when I really got into it, and I pretty much stayed up to 6:30 a.m. with some breaks in between, so I wasn't reading like full on from midnight to 6:30 a.m. I had some breaks in between, and I read 195 pages, but that wasn't all in that night. I went to sleep at 6:30, and then once I woke up, I read the remaining pages that I had. And this book is about a freshman in high school. Hold on, another plane. It's about a freshman in high school named Matthew. It's basically about he's telling us his story about the girl next door. He's pretty much grown up with her, and she lives next door. You'll know why when you read it. If you read it, you'll know why I say next door. Another plane. Oh my god. Once they start high school, they start to drift apart a little bit, and she starts it's Tabby. That's when they start drifting apart a little bit, and she starts dating a senior guy who's in his basketball team. Well, he's like the head, like basketball, like varsity player. These planes. So yes. So he realizes that maybe it's too late, and he can tell Tabby his feelings, how he really feels about her, how he's in love with her. And then tragedy strikes. So yeah, those are tragic accidents, and that's when Matt's life starts to fall apart, and he just needs to reevaluate things. And when this tragedy happens, he falls apart, and then he has to pick himself up again, pretty much. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I think it's a really good debut. The only thing is that I've read that it's similar to Looking for Alaska by John Green. So I haven't read Looking for Alaska, so if you have read it, keep in mind that I have heard that it's very similar to that. But I really enjoyed this book. I think it's a really great debut novel. And just be forewarned that this is a really funny book. Like, from the beginning, there's a lot of funny lines and a lot of funny things that happen to Matt, and it's a really laughable, enjoyable book, and I really enjoyed a lot of the characters. But then once the tragic accident happens, that is when you are slapped in the face with sadness. Yeah, so I cried so much reading this book. So it was so sad, but then it also had all those funny elements as well. So yeah, I think this was a great debut novel, and I can't wait to see what everybody else thinks once this novel comes up September 26th, as well as to see what else Jared writes in the future. There's like a bajillion planes flying by. Like, what is that? But yeah, I can't wait for to see more of Jared Reck and his writing, because it was amazing. Things great, amazing how in one book you could be laughing so much, and just laughing at the things that happened in that, and then all of a sudden you're like bawling your eyes out because it's so sad. But yeah, I think it was a great debut novel. Okay, I have 2 more. Oh wait, I keep doing this. So this completed the challenge of, hold on, let me check. This completed the challenge of read a book about something who's completely different from you. Matt is a boy, I'm a girl, so that's different. And I'm not in high school. I was once, but not anymore. That was a long time ago. Not that long ago, but actually next year will be 10 years since I graduated from high school. So it's been a while since I was in high school. So yeah, So this completed the challenge of read a book about somebody's completely different from you. The next, I only have 2 books left, and the next 2 books I'm just gonna show them to you together because they're mangas. So the next books I read was Sailor Moon 9 and Sailor Moon 10. So Sailor Moon 9 completed the challenge of read a book in 1 day, and Sailor Moon 10 was supposed to complete the challenge of reading a book completely outside, but things happened and then I didn't want to go outside. So I just read it because I wanted to continue reading it and I wanted to complete another book. And I read this a little less than an hour and a half. So yeah, I started it at 9 p.m. on Sunday and finished it almost, I'm gonna say like 9:25. Not 9:25. That'll be way too quick. I don't read that fast. 10:25. So yeah, like all the other Sailor Moon mangas, I really enjoyed reading this, and I really enjoyed this one just because of some of the things that happened and some of the things that were revealed, because it's very different from the original anime from like the 90s. I know Sailor Moon Crystal is a bit more they follow the mangas more closely, but I'm not even sure how. Oh, I'm getting off topic, whatever. So yeah, so those are the other 2 books I read, so that put my total up to 5 books read during BookTube-A-Thon, which is amazing for me. I honestly didn't think I would read. I thought I would read just 1 book. I honestly thought I would only read 1 book. So the fact that I read 5 books, even though 2 of them are mangas, I feel like that was amazing for me. And right now I'm gonna tell you my page counts for each day and how many pages I read for the whole week. So when I said some of them, but I'm gonna tell you it all together. So Monday I read a total of 1 book, a total of 168 pages. Now Tuesday was my worst day. I read a total of 36 pages. It's another plane. On Wednesday, I read from 2 books and read a total of 217 pages. On Thursday, I read from 3 books and read a total of 145 pages. On Friday, I read from 2 books and read a total of 270 pages. On Saturday, I read from 2 books and read a total of 98 pages. On Sunday, I read from 3 books and read a total of 554 pages. So that brought up my total for the entire week up to 1,488 pages. So yeah, like I said, I've never read this much in 1 week. So I'm really glad with how my BookTube-A-Thon went this week. This being the first time I've done it, and I completed 4 of the reading challenges, and I was really close to completing reading 7 books because I read 5. So I think I had a great BookTube-A-Thon. Even though I had a slow start in the beginning, I feel like I had a great BookTube-A-Thon, and I can't wait to do this again next year, or if they do the one in December. Also with Instagram challenges, I completed 5 of the 7. So if you want to check out the pictures I took for the Instagram challenges, the link to my Instagram is down below. It's wait_what 2016, I believe. Yeah, I'll put it here, or it's gonna be in the description box, so you can look there, so you can check out my photos that I took for that week. Yeah, that's it. That is my wrap up for the BookTube-A-Thon this year. Let me know in the comments if you participated in BookTube-A-Thon this year and what challenge you completed and how many books you completed for BookTube-A-Thon. Like always, all of our social media links for myself and Carlini will be linked downstairs, all of them. And my blog post for BookTube-A-Thon I'll link downstairs as well once that's up. And look forward in the future, in the next couple of weeks, for some of the reviews for these books. I'm just gonna be reviewing Famous in Love and Short History of the Girl Next Door. But Short History of the Girl Next Door will be, that will be up in September, closer to the release dates of September 26th. And also look forward to my review for Three Dark Crowns, because I finally finished Three Dark Crowns. So I finished it right before BookTube-A-Thon started. So look forward to that. That should be up, I believe, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. So yeah, so check out all of our social media links down below. And if you like this video, like it, and please subscribe so you could get notifications of when either myself or Carlini or both of us post a new video here on Tangled Up in Books. And thank you so much for watching, especially got to the end, because right now this video is 25 minutes long. So thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you again here in Tangled Up in Books. Bye!